TVL, we are in for another great history lesson with none other than our good friend Kelly Kazek. Topic today is an interesting one, and we're going to go ahead and let her take it away. Kelly, we are talking about covered bridges this morning. You say there are dozens and dozens around Alabama. Why should these be of such interest to us? I hear you and your husband actually wrote a book on them.
We did. I co-wrote the Covered Bridges of Alabama with my husband, Will Elric, and we visited all the ones in the state. Interestingly, there are only 11, historical bridges, meaning they're more than 50 years old. And so people think we don't have that many here, but we do. We have more than 50, but some of those are on private property. We list them all in the book and you can visit them. But I was going to tell you about a few you're showing the pictures of that are here in North Alabama. That one that you're showing now is one of the longest and highest. Horton Mill Covered Bridge is in Blount County. The one you're showing now is on Green Mountain, and that's Cameron Covered Bridge, and those are two of the historical ones.
Wow.
Easley Covered Bridge that you're showing is also in Blount County in Oneonta, and though it's also a historical bridge. Now, they were refurbished and open to motor traffic, but then there were some vandalism, and they've had to close them to motor traffic, which is kind of sad.
Wow.
Oneonta is home to the Covered Bridge Festival because it has 3 of our historical covered bridges.
Wow. Wow. And so, Kelly, and again, you say these are historic. Any kind of particular interesting stories that you know about these bridges? And also, this idea of a covered bridge, right? I think carriages, rode along these. Why was this, again, this is a particular interest to both you and Will?
They were covered because, a lot of people think there are a lot of reasons to keep the horses from being scared of rushing waters or all kinds of different things. But mostly it was to protect the trusses, to protect the main portion that holds the bridge up is what the roof was for.
Okay.
And they just bring back an era where, people would be traveling in wagons or on foot, and some people would use them for courting because they're nice and covered. Covered bridges are also the source of many ghost stories.
Oh.
In fact, Alabama's outlaw sheriff, his name was Steve Renfro, who went from being an outlaw to being a lawman, and his ghost supposedly haunts the Alamochi Covered Bridge.
Interesting. Kelly, you always have all the scary ghost stories, and I have to stop you because I get too scared, but our viewers can read more because you have fabulous books. And Kelly, we do want to point out, again, you said only 11 are historic. Many more are newly constructed. What do you think is, the significance of this, that Alabama is, again, still carrying on these covered bridges, so to speak?
I think it's just a quaint tradition. One of the ones you showed is actually in Athens, and it's on a walking trail in Athens at Athens Middle School. And it's really nice to go. They have 2 on that trail, so you can go see them. If I can tell you real quick about someone, Horace King was an architect, a bridge builder who was born into slavery and was later a freedman because he was such an incredible architect. None of his bridges survive in Alabama, but the stairs in the state capitol, the spiral staircase, were built by architect Horace King, and there's a memorial bridge built in his honor in Valley, Alabama.
Wow, wonderful. Kelly, you are full of so many fun facts and great stories. Thank you so much for coming on. To those who want to hear more fun facts and great stories, you've got a phenomenal blog. Again, you've written a book on this topic. Where can we keep up with you and learn more?
Just come see me at kellykazek.com and go to itsasouthernthing.com.
All right, you see those links there on your screen. Kelly, my friend, you are so smart and funny and witty in all sorts of ways. We always thank you for coming on and making appearances here on TVL. We're so grateful. Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
All right, my friend.